Okay. Hikikomori, all right? It's this Japanese social trend where young people basically completely withdraw from society and just they don't work, they don't get an education, they do absolutely nothing all day and just like live either in their parents' basement or in some cheap apartment and just like go do whatever the hell they want. Like they go online all day, they just don't talk to anyone. They just like they literally do nothing. Absolutely nothing with their lives. They just like say like screw it, I'm gonna stay inside all day and like not contribute anything and just totally live for meaningless entertainment till I die. And I think it's just interesting. It's just a really interesting thing to think about because not because of the fact it's Japanese, because of just the idea. Like imagine like we've all had those days, right? Like where you it's whatever. Like I'm thinking about this now because I'm on winter break and I'm doing nothing all day. And I just, wake up whenever, do whatever, I don't know, watch anime, eat food, maybe like go for a 5 minute walk outside or something. Like absolutely nothing productive. But imagine that being like your life over the span of years. And it's interesting to me because on the one hand it's like almost like the ideal life, or at least that's what it feels like when you're in the middle of work or school, right? When you're waking up at like 7:45 a.m. and you're just sitting in some classroom, or you're going driving to your job, or you're going to college classes, or it's like 11 at night and you're studying. It's like you want nothing more than for the world around you to just stop and for you to just be able to do whatever the hell you want and just like not talk to anyone and it just waste time around. And especially if you're introverted, that thought is even more appealing. Like I've had those moments where it's like I would just really, really like to like have my own bubble like in my head and just withdraw there to do absolutely nothing all day. Like in times when there's a lot of work or stress. And that Hikikomori lifestyle, which is something a lot of people talk about online, which I've been thinking about, is so appealing in those moments. But it's also when you look at it from the inside, or when you get the opportunity to live like that for a little bit, it's also just so depressing. And there's this tension between that being, on the one hand, something so many of us want at a lot of moments in our lives, and on the other hand, being what is commonly acknowledged to be like not a good experience, like for yourself, like in terms of it gets like stale and annoying, is something I think reveals like this certain tension in like modern life. We're so focused on being productive and achieving things, and at the same, which makes us yearn for the ability to do nothing. But on the other hand, that ability to do nothing doesn't bring us fulfillment either. So we're kind of torn between ultra productivity or ultra like hikikomori status. And obviously, this isn't true for everyone. This is just a particular kind of experience I wanted to elaborate on. But I just thought that tension was really interesting. It suggests that we think about like I would say productivity and also like social relations, or at least many of us do it in an unhealthy way, where we don't see the internal like beauty of them or as something which we should strive for in themselves, and we're led to want just the complete negation of productivity and social relations in a lot of instances. And it's 2 a.m. and I'm not really thinking coherently straight right now, but I felt like observing that tension in modern day society and just thinking about how that could affect your own way of viewing productivity and the time you spend your day and all the work you put into doing things, and how that could be framed unhealthily, and like exploring the two like polar opposites of that mindset, whereas one being like the complete dealing with the stress by completely running away from it, and or versus dealing with the stress by completely immersing yourself in it. I think that suggests we need to think about productivity differently, and I think that's really just something interesting to think about. And I don't know. Maybe there's a world in which we can do things which are meaningful to us, balanced with whatever the chores of everyday life is, and from there build up a new kind of praxis of living, and and be able to view ourselves and our work in a way which actually brings us joy. There has to be a third option between the two, I feel. And I feel like that third option is something a lot of us need to think more about. And I think just the exploring the idea of hikikomori and also the why that's a trend and why people are drawn to that, as well as the opposite of it, which for many of us is just like a meaningless work life and meaningless social relations. Just exploring these tensions and possible resolutions is something interesting to think about. And I felt like doing something besides uploading Bed Wars content. So I ranted at 2 a.m. Thank you, Internet.